Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulil kareem. So moving on now to the last three purposes or secondary purposes of Ism Mawsul. Here you have تفخيم شأن المحكوم به. تفخيم فخم يفخم تفخيم باب التفخيم intensify. So you have Musnad ilayhi, you want to intensify, exaggerate or put importance on this aspect. So the ism of inna is this. الذي سمك السماء. سمك يسمك سموكا means to elevate. Rafa'a basically. Sama'a basically means rafa'a. So instead of saying, indeed Allah has built a house for us. So the Musnad is made into more detail. Inna alladhi samaka sama'a. Indeed the one who has elevated the sky. Bana lana baytan. He has made a house for us. So instead of saying Inna Allah, that also has exalted meaning. But by saying the one who has made the heavens and elevated the heavens, He's also made a house for us. So that kind of emphasizes or intensifies the meaning of the Musnad ilayhi. You understand? You got what I'm saying? You understand? So what does it mean? Indeed the one who has elevated the sky for us, bana lana baytan, He has made a house for us. Man'ud, and that's a na'. What's the sifa of the bayt? Da'a'imuhu is pillars. The amatun, and the plural of that is da'a'im. It's pillars, meaning it's the pillars that you make a building stand upon. Azzu wa atwalu, of more firm and more strong. Very firm and strong. So by bringing the Ism Mawsul here, you've emphasized the Musnad ilayhi meaning. Okay? Another example is, we can say, Wattaqullah. We can say simply, Wattaqullah. But instead of saying, Wattaqullah, I say, Wattaqul ladhi khalaqakum wal jibillat al-awwaleen. Fear the being who has created you and the first generations. That gives more, intensifies the meaning of the... He is not Musnad ilayhi, it's a Musnad. So it doesn't really have to be mahkum bihi all the time. It can intensify any part. The Musnad ilayhi, the Musnad, the qaid. You following? Okay. The next one is tahweel. Tahweel is exaggerate. So we exaggerate the greatness or the insignificance of something. So what tahweel, to exaggerate either in greatness or insignificance. For example, Allah is talking about Fir'aun when they were drowned. فَغَشِيَهُمْ مِنَ الْيَمِّ مَا غَشِيَهُمْ means bayaniya. So that amount of water, the ocean, from the water, that amount of water covered them, which covered them. Ghashiyah is fa'il, whom is maf. Ma ghashiyahum is the fa'il. And this is the bayan of the ma mawsula. فَغَشِيَهُمْ مَا غَشِيَهُمْ مِنَ الْيَمِّ. So that amount on yam is ocean. So that amount of water covered them, which covered them. فَغَشِيَهُمْ مَا غَشِيَهُمْ. That covered them, which covered them. That, and because ma is mawsul and means bayaniya, that amount of water covered them, which covered them. So instead of saying 10 gallons, 100 gallons, 50 gallons, 1,000 gallons, 1,000,000 gallons, he's saying that it's so much we just can't explain it. فَغَشِيَهُمْ مَا غَشِيَهُمْ. Okay? Do you understand? By leaving something vague, let me say, for example, if I say to you, I bought 1 box worth of books. So you know, you got quantified how much books I bought. Now if I say to you, I bought what I bought.
It's very...
What am I trying to do? Trying to say that it's a lot. You get what I'm saying? He spent £1,000 in Vegas. He blew £1,000 in Vegas. And say, he blew what he blew in Vegas. Meaning what? He's leaving it... Don't say how much it is. I spent how much I spent. I slept for 6 hours. I slept for 10 hours. I slept how much I slept. Meaning what? Yeah. So after Isha in winter, 7 o'clock, I went to sleep and woke up at 7 o'clock again next morning. A good 12 hours non-stop. Okay? We get what I'm trying to say. By leaving it vague, what does it do? It creates a grandeur to it. Or the opposite? Tahqir. So man lam yadri haqiqat al-hal. Dara yadri dirayatan, to know. So whoever does not know haqiqat al-hal, the reality. Whoever does not know the reality, he will say whatever he says. So whoever does not know the reality, he will say whatever he says, meaning what? He'll just chat nonsense. So maqal, this is giving what? A tahqir meaning. You understand? And the last was tahakkum. Tahakkum is to mock. So they can say, for example, Ya Muhammad, or Ya Yahud, Ya Salih, whoever is referring to, they could have called the person's name. But they said, Ya ayyuhalladhi nuzzila alayhi dhikr innaka la majnoon. The O you upon whom the Quran or a heavenly revelation is coming upon, you're a madman. So they're trying to say, like, how can they don't believe in this? How can wahi come upon you? You're a madman. Instead of calling the name, they said this, وَالَّذِي نُزِّلَ عَلَيْهِ ذِكْرٍ. Where's your friend who thinks he's got a better idea than Bill Gates? So by this saying, where's Muhammad? Where's your friend Zach? Or where's your friend Yasin? What do you say? You kind of make that your friend who thinks he's going to make more money than Bill Gates. So that whole thing, that mawsul gives what kind of meaning? A mockery meaning. Do you understand? So these are some secondary meanings of Ism Mawsul. Any questions regarding this? Whilst we're here, there's one other thing that's not mentioned in the book. What is this? Is that sometimes, you can fit it under one of the others, but some people have given a separate label. Is that they say that you can call it زيادة التقرير يا زيادة تقرير الغرض الذي سيق الكلام لأجله. You mention another mawsul, because it kind of re-emphasizes or intensifies what you're trying to prove in the whole kalam. For example, Surah Yusuf, Allah says, Allah kind of said, وَرَاوَدَتْهُ imra'atul aziz. Simple, isn't it? The wife of the minister tried to seduce Yusuf. You can say that much, innit? Job done. If you didn't know her name, they say Imratul Aziz, everybody knows that. But instead of that, Allah says, Allati huwa fi baytiha. That lady in whose house he was residing. What does that do? It kind of emphasizes how chaste Yusuf was. That despite him being in her house and being very acquainted with her, he was still able to do what? Refrain. So by bringing Ism Mawsul, you kind of emphasize the whole point you're trying to prove. You get what I'm trying to say? We can say, Abu Bakr got over 90%. We can say, the student who last year came in 2 months late and failed in the first exam has achieved 90%. Big difference, isn't it? So by bringing the Mawsul, you can emphasize and point out with more. You can point out and highlight the point of your statement. Yeah. Subhanallah bihamdi subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.